of took the bait and I said he resigned, but he didn't resign at all. He says he will resign. Now, he might or might not keep his promise, but he gave no specific date. I was listening, I suppose not carefully enough the first time when he said the Parliament is prorogued till March 24th. And I thought, oh, that's when the resignation kicks in. No, he didn't say that at all. He said he'll resign when the Liberal Party has a new leader. We don't know when that is. So the interest of the Liberal Party comes first. He will be the Prime Minister for months longer. If he likes. The only thing about March 24th is that people will be stopped from voting no confidence against him. And by the way, Jagmeet Singh has showed himself endlessly malleable. He might well agree that, well, there's a new Justin Trudeau and I like what he's done and it's critical that we all come together under Donald Trump's threat. Or if there is a new Liberal leader, well, we have to give them a fair chance to get their feet under them. Justin Trudeau is not yet gone. Joining me now to talk more about this is my friend Sheila Gunn Reid. Sheila, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, I guess, all things considered.
I think I bought the hype a little bit too much in the first hour there. So when you and I were reacting in almost real time, I think it took me a while to sort of figure out what was really going on. This is just a guy managing to give himself 3 months without any press conferences, without any question period, 3 months of really holidaying, enjoying the perks. And my prediction, Sheila, is he's going to try and ram through as many patronage gigs as possible. He's going to be ramming through as many checks to his buddies, corporate contracts to his buddies, and just shredding and shredding and shredding any documents. It's going to be like Hillary Clinton on speed, just deleting things. I think he's basically given himself a 3-month staycation.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I'm sort of glad that they wiped out all the work that they had tried to do. When Liberals are working, your civil liberties are disappearing. By proroguing Parliament, they have successfully murdered Bill C-63 and the pandemic bill that they were trying to ram through that would sort of force control of the food chain over to the government. So that's the good news. But the bad news is nothing has changed. Mm-hmm. So Justin Trudeau is still the Prime Minister. The Liberals are still the governing party. And our choices right now are Justin Trudeau or eventually a person who propped him up in the last 9 years as he inflicted the pain that he has onto Canadians.
You know, I saw already a new website, Canadians for Carney. That didn't take Mark Carney long at all to set up. He was waiting in the wings. There'll be others. Chrystia Freeland, I haven't seen her campaign website yet, but it's surely afoot. I've seen Mohammed Faki, the
oh Lord, there's a patronage appointment.
Yeah, he's telling his followers to get engaged because remember the rules of the Liberal Party. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be a citizen to be a member. You can be as young as 14. So literally 4.9 million people in Canada who are here on a temporary basis. Temporary workers, temporary students, refugee claimants, people who are not citizens, they can vote. There's almost 5 million of them. And even kids, like 14, you can't drink, you can't drive, you can't enter into certain contracts, but you can choose the Prime Minister of Canada before Canadian citizens can go to an election. It's so gross and it's so Trudeau, isn't it?
Well, and these people will be low liability interlopers because there is absolutely no bar for entry. As you say, they don't have to be citizens. They can be as young as 14 and there's no money changing hands. So you can become a member of the Liberal Party without ever having to pay a membership due, which is how other parties manage who's actually invested in the system, but also how they manage where the money and motivation is coming from. The Liberals could have a leader that is chosen completely by non-citizens, and it might even be a leader who's not even an MP if that's who they choose to run. Right. So this is ripe for foreign interference.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see that. I mean, I saw a clip.
Carney.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I don't even know where he lives. Where's his home residence? I don't even know.
Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, his last big job was being the Bank of England governor. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. You're going to have Iran, Hamas operatives. You're going to have Chinese operatives. And I saw a clip posted by one of our friends over, I think it was Countersignal, from the Halifax security conference that's there every year. It's sort of interesting, military security conference. And Chris Alexander was talking about Russian interference, and Elon Musk is Russian interference. I don't think so. In fact, Elon Musk not only was the largest private donor to Ukraine of satellite services, he is also, I mean, people don't talk about this a lot. We all know about Starlink. That's the residential
I'm on it right now.
Yeah, you're on it right now. But there is a second half to his company. Did you know this, Sheila? Called Star Shield. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope.
Well, I don't think you see it talked about 1% of the time you see Starlink talked about. That is the Pentagon's contract with SpaceX. It's not just happy, chit-chatty satellite internet that Elon Musk is sending into the sky. It is military satellites. Of course it is. So to claim that Elon Musk, one of the largest military contractors in America, the free speech booster and the friend of Ukraine, is a Russian asset is stupid and a lie. And the point for me to make this is there is about to be an ocean of foreign interference in Canadian politics.
Completely.
But you won't see idiots like Chris Alexander. Here's a clip of him at the Halifax conference. I think this was actually a few weeks ago.
We need to push back. We gave them the gift of these unregulated platforms that they have flooded with their assets. I mean, Musk has turned it into a weapon of war for Russia and to some extent China, his platform. The scale, people still Musk doesn't even know the scale of it. He's just making money. Regulators have no clue. Elections Canada is trying to get a grip on election spending and advertising in Canada, which is fully regulated in this country. Absolutely nothing to say about social media. It is a joke. We have turned ourselves into a doormat. We will not get our politics back until there is regulation, effective efforts, intelligence security efforts to counter propaganda, and we go on offense against the countries that are doing this.
Yeah. All of these people who defame conservatives as Russian spies, or who, I don't even know the latest smears, we are about to have more foreign interference than ever in our history, and you're not going to hear a peep about it from the official regime journalists.
And there won't be any fact-checking from the regime journalists either, because they know that the gravy train with biscuit wheels is just rolling out of the station without them. You look at those sullen boiled potatoes over at the CBC on those panels today. They know that the free ride is about to be over. I think they've known that for a long time. That's why they work so hard to polish whatever nonsense that Justin Trudeau is saying. But while conservatives are being called Russian operatives, you're not going to hear any reasonable balance coming from the so-called professional journalist class in this country.